Hello and welcome to Wrestle Talk with Arabbidb3aver, and I am joined by none other than Princess Lady K. The evil Spock Bunny is here today, and we're going to be talking to you about what took place last night at James I. Burton High School in Norton, Virginia. The Battle of Burton 2 specifically, guys. And I mean, there's no better way to start this thing out than to just show you the opening footage from what happened right there. So stick with me now. There's no sound on this video. I do apologize about that, but you can catch it on our reels at Joseph D. Hughes, as you see right there listed below for us. Miss Robin's going to come out and start doing some announcing for everybody. The Iron Cross comes out, the WWE legend himself. I mean, these people have been all over the place, baby. They've been doing all sorts of things for many, many years and having lots of fun. And it was great of them to show up and show out at some small little venue that turned out to be something really big. Jimmy, the Boogie Woogie Man, Valiant, and Captain Joe were there. The WWE legends decided to show up. I mean, they gave a nice little speech, and they started to come out and said that it was RT3 country. Yeah, and that just stirred up the crowd, and it also stirred up a little bit of jealousy in the Doctor of Destruction, Joe Briggs, as you see right here. He's coming on out, and he's not happy about hearing that it's RT3 country, especially since he was from right down the road, you know, in Wise. I mean, it started some trouble. Yeah, don't you say?
Just like the Hatfield.
And then as you see right here, yeah, just like the Hatfield and McCoys, it looks like they attacked none other than the Iron Cross, and that's Joshua Strong in there. Josh Strong's in there. Then RT3 comes to the rescue. I mean, and what an opener, guys. What an opener. Then RT3 and the Iron Cross had a little meeting, and Iron Cross told him, if you need my help in any way, shape, form, or fashion, I will give it to you. And that's how the thing started out right there. And then it moved. We got to see Casey Kasara versus the Mega Destroyer. They've had a rivalry for a long period of time. Actually, one of Casey's first matches was with the Mega Destroyer, and he came on and was very, very transparent with us about that. He spoke with us in stint on that on last Tuesday's episode of Wrestle Talk with Arabbidb3aver, and we had such a good time talking to him. But they finally got to put it to a head at the Battle of Burton 2. And I'm not going to tell you who won, but let's just say that there's still a champion in the house. Let's call it what it is. Just a smidge.
Just a smidge.
The East Tennessee Heavyweight Championship is secure, and it's going to be doing some good stuff. So we moved on from there, and we got to see a three-way match between Johnny Poke, Connor Martin, and Josh Strong came out. And you know, who was to believe that the mightiest little man in the room was actually the one that performed the best out of all three of those guys? And I hate to say that, Connor, it's not a slap to you. Johnny Poke, it's not a slap to you, but I'm telling you, he did some stuff that was of perfection and beauty in that match. Josh Strong did, including a float over suplex that he did, and that thing was just gorgeous. And we got it from two different angles on camera. It should be coming out pretty soon on our reels. You guys will be seeing it pretty soon there. And then how can we forget about Rebecca Lynn and Sam Street, honey?
She did a fantastic job.
Absolutely. And especially
they both did, but Rebecca really did.
Rebecca being out of the ring for a long period of time and stepping back into the ring. You see the question that I pose is, Rebecca has been missing in action. Did she have any ring rust? And the answer to that is no. It looked like she didn't skip a beat. She didn't miss a beat. It looked like she was right on target. The calling of the match was wonderful. It went in a great way. And I think that Sam Street gave a valiant effort there. But Rebecca really sold the show, coming out there and defending her man's honor the way that she did. I have to say that there was lots of intensity during that match, and it definitely got the kids involved. The little girls especially got involved during that match. And it was just fun. It was fun all the way around. And let me tell you, they almost had a sellout in that building. It wasn't quite where it needed to be. 500 is a complete sellout for that building. And I counted 330 is what I got. So they had about 330, and I'm not including children. So we're talking adults. 330 adults were in the building, and they almost had a complete sellout, though. So, I mean, that's really good for them to be there and have that have the fans come out and support them. And of course, we were there. Of course, we were having fun, shooting some video and doing some good stuff. But we had a lot of fun at the Battle of Burton. Von Miller and Crash Cassidy had a great match. Von Miller was really agile and tried to use his speed and his agility to his advantage against Crash Cassidy. Crash really ruled most of that match, though. He had it under control. He had it taken care of. And it almost looked like Von Miller was going to go down in a hellstorm and a huge lariat where he did almost a corkscrew flip, almost a 980 corkscrew flip. And man, he took a big bump on that, but he came back out and actually was victorious. I'm really surprised that he got the win over the big guy. But Von Miller did a really good job.
Gave it all.
Yes, he did. And then some. And then some. Tyler Shoup was versus Marty Fugate, Marty Clay. If those of you may know him as Marty Clay, some of you may know him as Marty Fugate, some of you may know him as Marty Plain. He versed Marty out there, and it was the Battle of North versus South. Shoup's from Boston, and he thought that he trains harder than everybody. And Marty took really some personal offense to that because Marty has been training for a while as well, and almost one of the better, if not one of the best competitors in the Southeast, one of the best competitors in the Southeast currently. And he took some offense to that. And Shoup may have had the upper advantage for a little bit, but the mind of Marty won that match. He just knew exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it. And I'm telling you, the tricks up his sleeve definitely worked in his advantage so that he had a great time there. And then we move on, and we had the Golden Connection versus the Stew Crew, or the Golden Flamingos, as the Stew Crew like to call them. Jeff Conley teamed up with Evan Golden and took on the Silverback Zach and Dylan Stewart. And man, that was a match to say the least. It looked like Jeff Conley was a little bit scared to get in the ring with Zach there for a little bit, don't you say?
No words.
No words for that? He was scared to get into the ring with him. He even told Evan Golden on 2 different occasions when he tried to tag him in, no, I'm not getting in the ring with him.
It looked like the Holy Ghost went out of him.
Yes, it did. It really did.
Wider.
He became wider and wider. He did eventually get in the ring. He got in the ring with Dylan, and they had a good little section there. And man, he gave him a good clothesline, knocked the wind right out of him. Dylan did a nice little flip off that clothesline as well. Hit the mat really hard off that clothesline, off that running clothesline. But in the end, I have to say it, the Stew Crew was persistent and ended up getting the big W on that match for the Battle of Burton. And you can check that in their column for another year, or hopefully maybe they got something up their sleeve here to come back pretty soon into Norton, Virginia. But as of right now, the last one was a year ago, I do believe. And finally, we get to the match of the night, RT3 versus the Doctor of Destruction, Joe Briggs. The hometown rivalry, the jealousy, the envy, everything was set up perfect for that match, the way that it persuaded and went through. And it had lots of tosses and turns, lots of 1-2, or just pin him already. There was lots of frustration on both sides because both men had it calculated. They both had it concerned. They both had it definitely scouted in their own mind to be proper for each move. And they knew what each other was going to do. And they tried to counter each other at every opportunity that they got. And it made a very entertaining night for the world of wrestling.
A lot of pop.
A lot of pop during that match.
Every time one went down, everybody was screaming.
Yeah, every time Joe went down or RT3, they both went screaming. There was 2 moves in that match that stick out really particularly in my, 3 really that stick out particularly in my mind. The first one was the superplex from the top rope, where RT3 grabbed him and superplexed him down, and Joe just flopped like a fish all over the place. The second one was the spine buster that RT3 delivered to Joe, and I thought that was it. The spine buster was it because he flatlined him. He caught all of him. He got every bit of it. He picked him up. He moved him. He let him know that he was still boss. We have no sound, they say. Still no sound? No sound? Over just a little bit. So to start tonight, the Iron Cross, Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant came out, and Captain Joe came out, and they did a little setting talking about it was RT3's country. God, RC3, I got it all messed up now. They got me all jacked up. They did a little thing there talking about it was RT3's country. And Joe Briggs, the Doctor of Destruction, with Josh Strong, took very much offense to that. And they came out and had their little say, and then ran Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant and the captain off, and really went to work on the Iron Cross there, as we saw. Casey Kasara versus the Mega Destroyer. We talked about that just a little bit earlier, that they had a huge match, huge rivalry, and they were trying to bring it to a head. But the East Tennessee Championship stayed with none other than Casey Kasara, White Lightning himself. Johnny Pope, Connor Martin, and Josh Strong had a great three-way match, but the little man ended up coming out on top. Josh Strong ended up coming out on top. He had a great time right there in Norton, Virginia. Rebecca Lynn versus Sam Street. This is really where the crowd really started to turn and get super involved. They were involved in the last couple matches, but this was the one that really, really got them going over, was Sam Street and Rebecca Lynn. I think everybody wanted to see if Rebecca Lynn still had it together, and she does.
She did.
She absolutely did. 100% absolutely did. So it's definitely something to watch and behold whenever you go to live wrestling and see some good stuff that's going on there. Of course, Von Miller and Crash Cassidy, we were talking about that earlier. And, Von really used his agility, used his speed, used his technique, and used his high flying ability to capitalize up on Crash Cassidy, and ended up with a nice victory there against Crash Cassidy. And it's very interesting to see, because Crash was in control of this match 100% of this match.
I really thought he had it.
You really did?
I did.
Oh, it's one of those things. Tyler Shute versus Marty Fugate, Marty Clay, or Marty Plain, as you may know him. Tyler really thought this was the battle of North and South, and Tyler, because he trained Star Hada, he thought that he had it all in the bag. He thought he had everything in the bag. But the mind of Marty was smarter than Tyler Shute, and was able to capitalize on him and take him out in the Battle of Burton and make sure that he was okay. Then we had the Stew Crew versus the Golden Connection, or the Golden Flamingos, as the Stew Crew like to call them. And you gotta admit, it was very entertaining, especially with Jeff Conley. Jeff Conley wanted nothing to do with Zach at all. He wanted to fight Dylan, but he wanted nothing whatsoever to do with Zach. And then, the way that turned out, that the Golden Connection ended up losing to the Stew Crew, of course. It made very, very good entertainment, made very good times, made for a very good show. And then finally, of course, we have the main event, the Doctor of Destruction versus RT3. It went back and forth so much. Both of these people capitalized so much. The story was so good. It was told in a great way. There was three moves that we were talking about earlier that stuck out in my mind. One of them was that superplex from the top rope that RT3 delivered to Joe Briggs. Then the spine buster that he delivered to Joe Briggs. And then, of course, the spear. We can't talk about it without talking about the spear that took place right there. And it was a wonderful time. We had a great time going through at the Battle of Burton in Norton, Virginia. And there was so much stuff that happened.
And so many people.
So many people. So I counted about 330 people, and that's not including children. There was lots of children there. There was probably 70, 80 children there as well. And they were very active too. They were very active.
Made the show.
They definitely made the show.
And poor Dr. Joe, they came out booing him.
Yes, they did. As soon as he came out, they were booing him from the beginning.
They thought it was going to be RT3, and then when they saw them, Boo.
Yeah. Well, every dirty trick in the book was played during that match, too. We got to at least talk about that. The Doctor of Destruction had Rebecca Lynn out there at one point in time. Sam Street had to come and get her and take her completely out. And then the ref goes down, so he thinks that he's going to get over, and Josh Strong comes out of nowhere to attack RT3. And I'm telling you guys, it was just very interesting to see. And then the Iron Cross comes out to defend and aid RT3. So, there was lots of good stuff that took place at the Battle of Burton. And if you guys miss it, you missed a heck of a show, and they put on a great show, and we're looking forward to it next year or sooner if they'll do it sooner. RT3 was talking about maybe they're going to have a little bit of pool to get it in there a little bit sooner, and that would be a great thing for them, especially the way that they held that crowd. I actually messaged Joe Briggs earlier and messaged RT3 and Jeff Conley, and I told him, I said, the way that crowd was so into it, you could probably do a show either bi-weekly or tri-weekly in that state, wherever you guys are at. And these people are going to show up, and they're going to show out in force for you. And it's going to be a good show for you guys. And that was a great test for you all the second year that you've done it. And you all put a heck of a show on. Now, I know you had a lot of planning that went into it. You had a lot of not only planning, but you had a lot of people that you had to connect with. There was some people, I don't want to say that they didn't show, but they had some scheduling conflicts, and they weren't there. But other than that, it worked out. You guys worked it out perfect. You made it work on the level that it needed to go. You presented it to the crowd the way that it needed to be presented. And overall, if I'm rating you on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give you a 9, guys, especially for the crowd. The crowd was what made you guys. Without them, this would have not been a great show. But you guys had them. You had them from the very get-go. And you had them riled up from the get-go with Dr. Joe Briggs doing his thing, not only disrespecting the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant, and the Captain Joe, and going out there and beating the Iron Cross down. I mean, they literally beat the Iron Cross down at the very beginning of the show, and the crowd just started from there, and it just kept going. Each match, it got a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger, but the pop that you got from Rebecca Lynn's match was great. The pop that came out of Marty Fugate over Tyler Shoup was huge. Oh my God. Marty Clay, Marty Fugate, Marty Plain.
And the look on
Shoup's face was, he was bewildered. And we see Shoup everywhere. It's really different to see him be a heel. Like, it's extremely different to see him be a heel. But he plays a great heel. He does an awesome job at it. So Tyler Shoup, kudos to you on playing a wonderful heel and doing so good with the world of wrestling, and any role that you're giving, anytime that you're given something, you guys just perform absolutely 100% perfect, and it really made the show. You guys really made the show. When the pop happened for Marty, that really set the crowd to another level. The pop for Rebecca set the crowd to another level, but Marty winning that, the Hometown Heroes winning that, getting that up there, especially with him being in Jenkins quite a bit, being in Kentucky quite a bit, that was wonderful for them. I mean, that's right up the road. That's 30 miles from them. So he was right up the road from them. That's wonderful for them. It set the whole show aside and did really good things for them. I mean, what was your favorite match of the night?
Mine would have to be I don't know. Let's see. Stop it.
You gotta pick one.
I know I'm trying. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, nope, I like that one a little bit better. Nope, I like that one a little bit better. How about the Johnny Poke and the three-way?
You like the three-way match there. So you like Johnny Poke, you like Josh Strong, and you like Connor Martin.
Yeah. I'll go with that one.
That was a really good match. There was a lot of stuff that happened during that match. There was a lot of moves that were given during that match that you normally don't see in any other match that was taking place. So I could see why that's one of your favorite matches of the night. I think for me, if I have to choose one that's on this list, one match that really just set it apart and really set it up, I'm going to give Von Miller the nod. I really think that even though he had some struggles and some problems inside the match, he was able to overcome them in such a believable way that the fans loved it whenever he won. Crash Cassidy had that crowd riled up and moving, and they hated him, and they were booing him, and they were giving him the business. And he was able to turn that energy that Crash was giving him into cheers at the end there. So I think that was one of the best things that happened during the night. Now, like I said, he had some problems there, but that comes in time. And Vaughn, this isn't a hit to you. It comes in time, practice, work on your craft. You're always going to get better. Make sure you're better than you were yesterday. So if that means yesterday you had some mess ups, today let's work better not to have those mess ups, and you're going to do good. You got to put it behind you, and you got to move forward, because the next match could be the one that sets you apart from anybody else inside the business. So I'm going to give you the nod, Vaughn. I think that you get the nod. And a second would be Joe Briggs and RT3 in my mind. The way they set it up, the way the crowd popped for them from both sides, the boos when Joe came out and the cheers for RT3, the way the lights fell for RT3. It was just a great night overall. The crowd was really into it. They really enjoyed seeing that match. And it was really like the hometown battle. I mean, you could feel it. It was the school rivalry. It was Wise versus Burton, and it was all over again, and they were reliving it. And so I've got to give them the nod there on that front. I think it's going to be good. I'm so sorry for those of you that joined in earlier. We had some sound issues, so we cut it and we restarted. I do apologize for those of you that have been here watching us. But man, we had a lot of fun, didn't we, baby?
We had a lot of fun.
It was 4-hour drive there and a 4-hour drive back, with a Taco Bell eating, coming back and going there. We had a Cracker Barrel eating coming up. So we really spent about 5 hours on the road for both times. We got back in this morning, roughly about 3 o'clock this morning. We took the dogs out, made sure that they were okay. And by the way, we have a sitter that comes and watches our dogs whenever we go to these places. So they're not at home alone all the time, and they do get to go outside, and they do get to POTTY. I have to watch what I say because they'll start crying and barking and stuff in the background. But they do get to do all that good stuff. And while we're out here running the roads and doing some good stuff for wrestling, and coming up in the next months, we've got a big schedule, don't we, baby? We've got Crossfire Professional Wrestling, which is going to be taking place the 15th. Then the 16th, we're going to be at Exodus Pro for Unusual Suspects. So Crossfire is going to be the Night of Murdoch in Maryville, Tennessee, at the Burton Brook, by the way, for those of you that don't know that are going to be out there. The Burton Brook Tavern is where that's going to be taking place, unless they change locations. That's where it's at right now. The 16th is going to be Usual Suspects, and that's going to be on Tree Lawn Music place in Cleveland, Ohio. I can't think of the building, but it's the Tree Lawn Music Center, where it's going to be taking place out there. It's their normal place that they do it at. It's the fun that they're going to have. We're going to be having fun right there in Cleveland, Ohio. Then we're going to be coming back, and we're going to be going to Beside the Ring Championship Wrestling on the 23rd in Elizabethton, Tennessee. Of course, those of you that follow me on Facebook, you might have seen that little promo that Evan Golden had with me backstage there at the Battle of Burton. And if you haven't, you can check it directly out on my reels. You can also go to my Facebook page and check my story out. It's directly on my story as well. You can get some backstory on none other than the Golden Child will be facing Heathy, baby. That's right. Heathy, I got kids, baby, is going to be there. Heath Slater is going to be down there, and he's going to be defending the title. That's right. The Evan Golden will be defending the Beside the Ring Championship title against Heathy, baby. So we're going to be having some fun there in Elizabethton, Tennessee, and we're going to be going to all these places. That's November. December, we've got Christmas for the Kids, which we've scheduled. We actually double booked that day, and I'm sorry to the NWA, but Christmas for the Kids was always on our list first, so we're going to be going to Christmas for the Kids December the 14th, and also I believe December the 9th, if I'm correct. Pete Pile Driver Pro is going to be hosting in Knoxville, Tennessee, and we will be a part of that as well. So Wrestle Talk with Arabbidb3aver is extremely busy this coming month and next month as well, and we've got lots of other things planned for you guys directly as well. We got lots of people going to be coming on the show as guests. You have to stick around to find out who it's going to be every Tuesday and every Thursday night. Besides Thanksgiving, we're not going to be doing it Thanksgiving. We're not going to be doing it Christmas, and we are not going to be doing it for New Year's as well. So, but we will be coming back, and we will be coming back strong. Those are the dates that we are not going to be available for you guys, but I just want to let you know right now. So the Battle of Burton was a success in my mind. Baby, do you think it's a success in your mind?
I think it's a huge success.
Huge success, she says. So that's speaking a lot there. That's speaking a lot for her. And she doesn't give her opinions out lightly. When she really thinks something is good, she really thinks something's good. And she will hold it in and just talk to me quietly about it. And she has decided to come forward today and discuss it with all of you all. So she believes that it was a huge success. Congratulations to you guys for setting that up. Battle of Burton, huge success at Wrestle Talk with Arabbidb3aver's mind. I think that you guys will be great to do this next year or whenever you do it next. Let us know. Keep us on your
sooner.
Sooner. Keep us on your list. Let us know. Keep us informed when it's going to be taking place, what's going to be happening, and let us know. We're going to be trying to make that for you guys. And before we go, I've got to let you know that we have merchandise available and ready to sell. Let me head on over here real quick. It's www.streamlabs.com/arabbidb3aver/merch. Let's see if it pops up for me. It does, and I will show you guys as well. It's coming in right here. So this is all of our Arabbidb3aver merch that we sell each and every day. Now, as you see, these prices do vary, and there is shipping and handling that you will have to attach on it when you do purchase everything. But I have raincoats. I get them in different colors. You can get the red. You can get the royal blue. You can get the light blue. I have several different hoodies. I've got light blue. I've got the maroon. I've got the gray, the Cameron gray. I've got the team royal, and I've got baseball shirts available as well too. And you can pick what colors you want on the side. As you see, I'm clicking those. I've got the big sports hoodie, which I wear the red one all the time, and it's super comfortable. I've got to tell you that. But I've got it in gray. I've got it in dark blue, light blue, dark gray. I've got it in the red, of course. I haven't got my polo shirts. Now, I've got a gray polo shirt that I wear all the time, but I've got the white ones as well. Got the light gray or dark gray that we wear, the Cameroon blue, the color heather gray, and then the red as well. I've got all that stuff available to you. And then if you guys follow me on the gaming channels and stuff, I have all my gaming stuff available to you through the Give a Hoot, the Night Owl section there for my Arabbidb3aver. And also I've got my Camel Toe Adventures music stuff, which is through TikTok directly, and Fox stuff. Fox and Camel Toe Adventures are directly there. I've got all my shirts spun off there with all the different colors that you can get. The Twitch colors, all of it's down there for you guys. Water bottles available as well. And then just a regular Arabbidb3aver merchandise for you as well. So you guys know and can see what's going on. I have lady shirts. I also have the holograms, the stickers, all that good stuff. That's available for you guys right there at www.streamlabs.com/Arabbidb3aver/merch. And you can click the QR code right there to take you directly to the store and get you some good stuff directly from our Streamlabs store, our Wrestle Talk merch. And that's how we keep our lights and water and stuff on here at the studio. That's how we keep the comic book studio alive and going. And also that's how we travel. This is how we travel, for those of you that don't know. So definitely be involved, buy some of our merch, and definitely have a good time with it. We would love to have you guys come on out and have some good times with us and support us in any way possible that you all do. There's also two other ways that you can support us here. The first of which is by donating directly to us. Now, up here on the top, you can see that I've got these three little lines up here by the shopping cart. If you click that and then you go to home or donate, either one, you can go directly to us, and you can make a one-time donation. You can make a love gift of a monthly donation, and you can donate directly right here to the Arabbidb3aver channel, and you can customize how you want to do that as well. So that's one other way that you can do it. Or you can go over here and hit the home section, boom, and you have the option to do a tip directly right there as well, and put your characterizations in there. And then from my homepage on Streamlabs, you can see that we've got all the followers, new people that have got questions for me, all that good stuff for you directly right here. You are more than welcome to do that. We would love to have you guys come out and be a part of us on Streamlabs whenever we are available and whenever we are live directly on our channel, right here on Twitch, right there on Streamlabs, right on Facebook. Those of you that are joining us on Daily Motion, those of you that are joining us on Kick, those of you that are out there on YouTube, we'd love to have you guys come out and do that. That's the best way to do it for us, directly right there. And my mouse just decided that it was not coming back over. It always does that. And those are the two best ways that you can do it. But you can also donate through Stream Elements as well. I do have both of those available for you to donate to as well, right here. If you love our content, you can support to us right there through Stream Elements, or you can support this stream directly through Stream Elements right there. It says buy me a coffee, but I don't want no coffee, guys. Trust me, I have enough coffee during the day. And you can help keep the show on the air directly right here as well. You can donate to us directly off the stream website on both sides there. So it's got you directly on all three of those that you can do it. And if you guys are wondering what mic I'm using today, what mic we've been using today, you can give AJ Becerra a call today at 800-222-4700, extension 1325 at sweetwater.com. Sweetwater, the music manufacturers, we are using this nice Blue Yeti microphone, and we have it on a boom, and we've got it in between us properly so that we can both be heard. And hopefully you guys are hearing us great, because that's how we're going to be doing it. But this is how we keep all of our bills paid and everything going through. So just to let you know, recap, baby. So how do you like the Battle of Burton? How would you rank it if you had to rank it 1 to 10?
I would say maybe 15.
A 15. She's got a real high ranking on it. Now, I told you guys I'm going to rank it 9 out of 10. I mean, the crowd was there. You had everything going for you. I think that you all had enough parking. You had enough people. You had everything going for you. The only hit that I'm going to give you, the only one, your ref had his butt in the way too much. We were like scramming, moving sections, trying to get out of his way. But other than that, it was good, guys. I got to say, James, you did a good job. The other rep that was there, I don't know who you are, but you did a great job as well. You definitely called it down the line, called it right down the middle, and you had a great time at the Battle of Burton. So that's our saying for the day. So I hope you guys that are out there, you get out and get to see some live pro wrestling. You get to either find us on the 15th at the Burton Brook in Maryville, find us on the 16th at Exodus Pro for Unusual Suspects, find us the 23rd for Beside the Ring Championship Wrestling in Elizabethton, Tennessee. Find us for Christmas for the kids on December 14th, or find us December 9th for Pile Driver Pro Wrestling for Christmas for the kids, for the donation that's going to be taking place there as well. Sponsored by Toys for Tots too, guys. I got to admit that one. That's a big one for them. And I love doing stuff like that. I worked for Toys R Us for several years. Some of you don't know this. I worked for them for several years, and that was one of the drives that we did every year with the Marine Corps. We did the Toys for Tots drive, and every year they would match the money that was given. Toys R Us would match the money that was given to Toys for Tots to double it. So it was always an awesome time to see that stuff go to a good place and go to a good home. And we are definitely going to be involved in that and be going through and doing something like that for the kids as well. We love doing that. So come out and see us. We're going to be having some fun. We might be making some stop-ins, some other places as well. I can't say exactly where, but we'll say One Ricky Morton has a place that's new in Newport, Tennessee. We might be making some stops there pretty soon and going and seeing some good wrestling on some Sunday nights, if my baby will enjoy that with me. Do you think you would want to? Yes, he will. All right, guys. So that's going to be all the time we have for today. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming out, being here, watching this. I am so sorry that the first video, the sound went down on it. I'm glad that you guys got the sound back now. If there's anything that we can do for you guys, you let us know. Just send us a message, shoot us on Facebook, and let us know. We would love to be able to help each and every one of you guys reach your goals and succeed. And we are doing advertising. We're going to be doing $25 a advertisement 4 times a month, with a minimum of 4 times going for the month. So you have to pay for $100 worth of advertising up front. If you guys would love us to advertise for you, we would love to do that for you as well. Just let us know. Send us a message. We'd love to be able to advertise and grow together with you. Grow your business, grow our business, and we can grow together, and you all can have a good time as well. So message us on Facebook. That's how you get in touch with us. Thank you guys so much. Say bye, Spock buddy.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Y'all have a good night. Be safe.